When I think about what have been the aha moments in my life, I always think about a great conversation I had with Al Gore back in 2007. I started doing some work, I had worked for the Clinton administration back in the 90s. He lost the election in 2000. I spent about a month with him traveling around Latin America, and I would be shocked that he would be talking about how dire the situation was going to be, about climate change and the devastating effects of it. You guys all remember that he came out with this documentary called The Inconvenient Truth. And you would see people concerned and worried and stressed out. But then they walked out. They didn't do anything about it. They didn't change the way they voted. They didn't change the way they bought products. They didn't change their attitudes or consumer behavior. They just went on about their business, right? And I remember talking to him about this, and he said to me, Juan, it is extremely difficult for anyone to change their opinion about a particular situation, if not changing their opinion, if their well-being and economic well-being depends on not having to change that opinion. And I don't know if that makes sense, but basically what he was saying was it's extremely difficult for people to change their mind about anything if the right economic incentives are not there. And to me, that was an aha moment. That's when I started not talking about climate change, because I thought if I told CEOs and governments and elected officials about climate change, that they would do the right thing. I changed. I started talking about how much better it would be for companies to make more profits in a responsible way. How much better it would be for society to think about the legacy we want to leave for our kids, and think about green spaces, and think about social justice and equity in the context of climate change. How this was an opportunity to invest in technology and innovation, to think outside the box, to leave the 20th century economic model behind, because the 21st century require a different type of investments. It was about people, about intellectual property. It was about innovation and ideas, and how if we were going to solve this problem, we needed to think big. That's why I'm so excited about Biden. He's 78 years old, and he wants to leave a legacy that will change the world. That's what it takes.